Watchers, how you doing tonight? Welcome to yet another session of Moon TV Live. It is Sunday, July 17th, 2016, 11:29 p.m. Eastern, streaming live from Tampa, Florida. We got a really nice, clear, waxing gibbous moon, 96.4% illuminated. Almost due south right now at 42 degrees altitude. There you are, Peter. What's going on, everyone? What's up there, Tammy? What's up there, Wolfman? Wow. What's up, Juan? What's up, Jerry Carter? What's up, Eat All Your Fish? I ate all my fish. What's up, Juan Miguel? What's up, Wakeless Sheeple? How you doing? What's up, Somebody One Special? Miros Jakir. Vision is Scary. Somebody One Special. I said that. Unlearned. Wolf River Productions. One Sale. William Richmond. Deirdre Boji. Sup. Sarah Smile. Amelia Mars. E. coli 22. Lots of cool peeps tonight. Oh, am I speaking really low? Sorry about that. Now I'm a little bit louder, I think, right? I got this pop screen in front of the mic so that I don't blow out your speakers. There's a tiny bit of haze over the moon right now, so when you look at the zoomed in shot, it's not as clear as I'd like. So right now, just got the Alpha 6300 direct into scope. No focal reducer, getting the wide shot. For anyone new just joining, check out the description for all the information on how I do the stream, as well as links to Flickr, Facebook, etc. And the music you can get at TakeBackSpace.bandcamp.com. That was called Call in My Mind. This is a little moonlight outro intro. Hope you guys have had an excellent weekend so far. Am I still too low, you guys? Let me know if the mix is still too off. Cool. Put together another new song today for you guys, so it's gonna be coming up on the full moon. Have a whole bunch of new songs coming up for that. Plus the new scope should be coming the same night, I hope. Time's 11:33 p.m. Eastern. Just another chill night. I can't believe I got the moon out every day so far. You guys can take a look at my Flickr account and see the last photo I posted to see all the different days thus far of the phases of the moon. I remember a few on my Apple, which is good. Way back in the 90s. What's up there, Mark Rabel? What up, what up? Saturn and Mars as well, so I'm going to go outside and take a look, see if we can't spot them for a moment. Thanks for jamming out with me. Hey guys, so that is super duper clear. We got the triangle in place, Aristarchus top left, Copernicus bottom right, and then Kepler, the small one dead center at the bottom. Got a 2x Teleview Barlow eyepiece between the camera and the scope. Got some really nice settings on the ISO is not too high up, shutter is fast. Some really clear views of the top left corner. Shockmister says, is there software that can take away the atmospheric effect? So I was looking into that today, but it's called adaptive optics, and it costs a fortune. We don't have anything for consumer grade scopes that actually does anything like that. There is a deconvolution and derotation software called WinJupes that derotates images from Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. It gives us a little bit better detail when you stack them and process them, but live, like real-time video version of that, nope, not just yet. There's a process called lucky imaging where they basically have to just take as many pictures as possible and pick out the ones that are crisp. Right now we're looking at some really decent images right now, and very little atmospheric distortion considering. What's up there, Philip Gutierrez? What's up, Birdshot? How you doing? Right here, got Sea of Fertility at the bottom. Mare Fecunditatis, top right, Mare Crisium, Sea of Crises. To the left of that, Sea of Tranquility. Top left, Sea of Serenity. Time is 11:43 p.m. Eastern, 96.4% illuminated moon at 42 degrees altitude. What's up, Kokona? What's up, Denver Basehead? What's going on? Got the little walled-off plateau, darkened area that looks like the small one dead center of your screen. It's Plato, and then Mare Imbrium beneath that. Curved structure to the top left of Mare Imbrium is Sinus Iridum, the Bay of Rainbows. Coming back around to the triangle. Copernicus, top right. Going down to where we got Tycho. Come on, Tycho. There we go. With all the striations coming out of the center, emanation point, dead center of your screen. So I was trying to look at Saturn and Mars, but it looks like it's clouded out right around the moon, so only the moon is visible. Can't complain. Eat all your fish. Those lines apparently are created by lava flow underneath the surface, and then they also say that it's meteor impact residue, but it's really hard to tell because there's so many different features on top of Tycho, especially this long kind of streak leading off it. It looks like either something slid across the surface or just melted. Maybe it was ice. Where do they come up with all these moon names? So a lot of it is Latin origin, and they name it after really the astronomer that discovered it. So Copernicus and Kepler, Johannes Kepler and Nicholas Copernicus, and of course Aristarchus, of Samos was one of the early astronomers, I think in the 1600s. So they got there first and they got to name it. Sinus Iridum, and all the names of the seas are named after Latin names and probably mythological stories. It's kind of tough. I've looked back at a lot of the moon research. There's not much to go around that goes past a couple of hundred years. My personal belief is that the striations are caused by electric discharge that happened very rapidly and caused all these features on the moon almost at the same time, very quickly over the course of a few days, and then it rested. It chilled out. That's why we don't see much happening. And pretty much everything in the planetary system around us, all those crazy scarification features all happened at the same time. That's sort of where I lean. Which would throw the question of the age of the universe into question. I don't know, I think it's definitely one up for debate. Terrestrial, that's funny. If anyone is not familiar with them, you should check out the Thunderbolts project and the electric universe theory. You don't have to believe in the whole theory to look at electric discharge creating planetary surfaces, which seems like the most reasonable explanation thus far. I think it makes a lot of sense. I don't think they go far enough in questioning the age of the universe and other things, but they do explain a lot of things from the perspective of electricity and water and magnetism, and that makes a lot more sense than simply attributing it all to relativity and gravity. Because I think gravity is derived from electromagnetism. At some point things become magnetized and then gravity can take over, but I don't think you can have gravity really without a key element, electromagnetism. Alright, so I'm going to switch it out to a wider shot. I want to see what's going on in case we see a transit of some sort. So give me a second, I'll put back the focal reducer. Time is 11:48 p.m. Leave me any questions you got in the chat. I'll check them out when I get back. Whoa, this is a club tune. I don't know, what do you guys want to hear? Let's play some Dreadlock Holiday. Boom.
Round in a state I mean, how much is a lot of money?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have you made, say, millions of dollars?
No.
Are you a rich man?
When you mean rich, what you mean?
You have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life.
Bob, how important is the ganja to a Rasta man?
Ganja is a bird, this is herb.
Herb. Does it matter to you that it's still against the law here in Jamaica?
Every law is illegal.
Every law is illegal.
Every government upon the face of this earth today is illegal. Not one of them is legal. Rasta is involved in progress, in making understanding, like preaching traditional culture to the people. Rasta not killers. You have to do good before you can be a Rasta.
You have to do good.
If it's body, then you're bad. If it's goody, then you're good.
What would I have to do to be a Rastafari?
Well, the first need a...
Is the message of Rastafari that you should go back to Africa?
Yes, and that the earth must rule by Africa. One government. Forward, not back, forward.
Yeah? Go forward to Africa,
Yeah.
not back. Do you think that will ever happen? Do you really believe that will happen?
Rastafarianism is very popular in Jamaica, yet in Canada, the United States, it has a bad reputation. People are associated with drugs and the trafficking of marijuana and violence, police arrests.
Yeah, man, them crucify Christ, remember? Christ was a Christian and them crucify Christ saying it's not what
No,
it is.
but let's go back to the facts. People have been arrested, and Rastafarians in Toronto, for example, have a very bad reputation.
When I wouldn't say that the Rastafarians have a bad reputation. I would say people give the Rastafarians bad reputation because the Rastafarians, all of these things happening before the Rastafarians even start coming to Canada anyway around here.
But the things that are very obvious are things like the way you look, right? To most people who are very conservative in dress, you look quite strange. Plus the fact that you advocate smoking marijuana.
Yeah, yes, that's what it is now. Could you tell God that it's not legal?
No, but you're...
They couldn't tell God that it's
You
not
have a
legal.
very strong religious belief, but other people don't necessarily share that. And what they see are the obvious things. And isn't it, in fact, true that many Jamaican people get involved in the trafficking of marijuana and therefore get the bad reputation associated with Rastafarianism?
People get trafficked. You see, I don't really know anything about those parts of life. All I know about is Rastafari, and I'm trying to bring this truth to the people. What the people do in life, I don't really know about that. I know about my own.
Okay, what is your own? What's your music?
The music to me. The music is more than music to me. It goes further than music, It goes with, I don't know it further than music.
But you used it as a strong message. I mean, words like a hungry man is an angry man.
What's up there, guys? So some haze has moved in over the moon. It is midnight, Monday, July 18th. Rolled into the new day. Letting the camera cool off right now. The moon is currently at 96.4% illuminated. Trickling slowly. Terminator line got Saturn and Mars to the right. Not visible right now. 42 degrees on the moon still. what's up there, guys? Just wanted to check in here. Trying to type a lot of stuff. There's a whole chat room going on about alien conspiracies and whether they're true or not, whether there's life outside this Earth or not. That's a good question. It's definitely something I ask every single day. Hell yeah, you're watching Deadpool. Aru Wolfman Jack, yeah. No need for a zoom right now. We got Haze. It's gonna just look real gray if I zoom in. So yeah, I was super into the whole alien thing for a while. I was watching Ancient Aliens every night. I was subscribed to David Wilcock, Divine Cosmos, David Sedaris, Sean David Morton. I read The Sands of Time, which is still a great book. What else? I read Synchronicity Key. I read all the different Giza stuff with Robert Bauval and Stanton Friedman. I've read about Göbekli Tepe. I've read about the Dogon lands. I've read about the alignment of all the sacred sites. And yeah, it's pretty intense. I'm not saying none of that exists. I'm just saying that the message and the public impression of that is very confused. And I can't really trust any of those mouthpieces because it's just like they never really get anywhere. I think the biggest one was maybe some of you also had a similar awakening. I was following David Wilcock really hard up until a couple of years ago, and he was meeting with Corey Good about the avians and going to Mars, and he found this whole site, and there was Andrew Basiago and what's her name? The other one, they were all in the jump room to Mars. There was a whole bunch of stuff about that. I was following that really closely. And then, of course, Andrew Basiago's not running for president, so that didn't pan out again. We got these guys really not updating their websites at all. David Wilcock barely updates. He's always hacked somehow. Yeah, there's this party line in terms of disclosure, and especially when they talked about Corey leaving Earth and not mentioning what Earth looked like from space at all in any of his expositions. So I started to doubt that really heavily when I finally I couldn't stand really waiting anymore. And now that I've observed space myself for over a year, it doesn't really look like that. To me, those stories just like make no sense anymore. So I would think if I left planet Earth, the first thing I would do is turn around and look at Earth and see what that looked like, right? I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Ryan Akers, sorry man, like, I would totally zoom in. Normally I do that, but it's just pointless to do it right now. We have very little visibility on the surface. I even went to MUFON meetings. Such a fucking trip. Excuse my language. Lots of people really believe it, and I was totally down, but I just couldn't, there's just nothing to cling on to. Cling on. Time is 12:10 a.m. That's what I think. Also, like, I don't trust the news at all. So, I don't know, what was I watching? I was watching some of these videos, and there's this ad right before Independence Day regurgitation, or whatever that movie's called. They had an ad for the U.S. military, and it was all about, you know, while you're watching this ridiculously terrible reboot-quel, think about how there are soldiers in the field, but they're tying like an actual military commercial to a crappy reboot of an alien movie, and no one questions that. It doesn't, you know, flies over everybody's head, but that to me is just absurd. Like, why? I mean, I thought everyone's a crackpot, right? We're all crackpots if we think there's any life outside of the universe. Now all of a sudden Neil deGrasse Tyson, everybody's on board for this. Buzz thinks there are aliens, Monolith, etc. It's a total about face, and I know they're two-faced. So that's my thoughts. Hey, also, it's like, I don't want to take the romance out of it. Space is pretty freaking romantic. Without aliens or bases on the moon or anything, the moon already is for us. You know, we're the freaking aliens, you know, or the moon is an alien, whatever, but it's already pretty magical. That's what I was writing about. Don't make it more complicated by adding another sun and spaceships and stuff. We barely know a lot about ourselves and our own planet to take care of it well enough to know about an entire other species or other race of planets, and doubling up on the sun and the moon, and most of them are focus issues, man. I gotta tell you. Also, I have a theory on the double sun and the double moon thing. As I was explaining to some of you guys yesterday, and I'm creating a playlist called Adaptive Astronomy, which is a playlist of this thing called adaptive optics. And so if some of you have seen me film stars, you'll see that there's this kind of cymatic pattern in front of stars. And they have these telescopes that have like $100,000 mirrors or $200,000 mirrors that are called adaptive optics mirrors that can be malleable, and they bend and twist the light after they analyze whatever image comes from space, and they clarify the image. So it's ridiculous if you see some of these, the switch from like Venus being this blurry pixelated mess into like this amazing planetary object. So go look at that and see what happens there, because that's really what's going on. We're not seeing exactly what's happening in space. So we're getting a lot of mixed illusions about that. So the other thing about adaptive optics, and the reason we have atmospheric aberration, is because there are different layers in our sky, and each one is at a different density and different molecular composition, different electromagnetic polarity. And so light coming from space, or wherever that may be coming from, is coming through many different layers and being bent and refracted every different layer. So it's not necessarily being curved, but it's being bent through our skies. So sometimes you'll see basically the moon not where it's actually at, based on where it's at in its ecliptic as it goes across the sky. Same thing with the sun. So it's possible that what's happening is when you're seeing a double moon or a double sun in the camera, that maybe some of the new cameras are picking up on this optical illusion, which is basically a refractive optic illusion from a real natural event. So I think that's what's going on with those double suns and double moons and sundogs, etc. Our sky creates these magnified effects at every different layer, and so depending on how many layers you're looking through an object at, or you're looking at an object through all these different layers, it could be a thick sky, it could be many levels of sky, it could be a thin atmosphere, it could be really high up in the mountains where the air is really thin, and you can totally see different things. So. Well, the reason I mention atmospherics in references to UFOs is because I think a lot of the evidence that we have is based on essentially not analyzing the footage correctly. It sounds kind of boring or, blasé to say that, but the truth is, if you look at a lot of the pictures and a lot of the footage, it's just the camera going out of whack. Like, these point and shoot cameras are not meant to do it. They're not meant to film space correctly. So you're getting all these atmospheric aberrations, and then everyone thinks they're spaceships. I used to think they were spaceships. I thought Jupiter was Nibiru for a while because it was so bright. It was huge in the sky, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know what Jupiter looked like, to be honest. And I'm into space, and I was following everything. I just had never really taken the time to look at Jupiter with a binoculars or a telescope, or even anyone have it pointed out to me in the sky. So I used to think, oh my God, look at that. Does no one notice how big that huge ball of white lightning is in the sky? Oh my God, no one's paying attention. But it was Jupiter. So, I mean, I'm admitting that I was totally wrong about that, and telling myself that and learning from that has helped me a lot. And a lot of, I've done that over and over again the past year. So our moon is not being clement tonight, but we did get a nice shot earlier. It was super duper crisp. Thanks for tuning in. It is 12:16 a.m. Eastern. What's good, KJP? How you doing? So anyway, those are my thoughts on UFOs and aliens. I love Giorgio Tsoukalos, though. Can't hate that guy. And Richard Dolan is cool. I mean, maybe they really believe it. I'm not calling them shills, but I don't know, nothing comes of it, man. I've been following this stuff since like 2001, and the only thing that's actually really happened is I finally got a telescope a year ago, and I think I've made the most progress in all these 17 years of searching for the truth. 16 years. Oh, I just need some rest, yo. But hugs are good too. I like hugs. Birdshot says, TBS TV, have you ever seen Mercury? I actually have the video of Mercury transiting the sun from a couple of months ago. Just check out Mercury transits the sun. I have a whole video on that. I have Venus transiting behind the moon from December of last year. So check out that as well. I can't say Mercury is like a spherical little object. The only time I've ever seen it is this black dot going across the sun, so I don't know if Mercury is Mercury, but it's an object that they say does what it does, and I saw what I saw. Hazy, hazy moon. Philip Spouk. I hear you, man. I was gonna say that's funny because everyone's talking about how crappy Ghostbusters is and how if you don't like it, you don't like women actors, but truthfully that movie looks like crap, and if people go and give it a chance, they're gonna keep making crappy movies like that. So it's not about being like biased or not biased, it's about learning from your mistakes. Stop watching crappy movies and they won't be able to make any more of them. C. Santana, yeah, I saw that video of They Lie, Ohio, who was filming the moon as well. I got a cool transit. Looked like a Cessna or a bird, but it could have been a satellite, but that was huge. I don't know. It's a tough, there were only a couple of frames of it, and I think it was pretty close for it to be that big. Take it easy, Shock, Mr. Sia. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it Captain over the stars. Cha-cha-cha. Terrestrial. Philip, Deirdre, C. Santana, Tammy, Wolfman Jack, Iron Cockadoodle-Doo, Kakona Vision, KJP, Unlearned, Rockstar. Have a great day tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna go catch some shut-eye. We got our moon again tonight. It's gonna be a cool week. See you guys tomorrow. 12:19. Chris signing out. Peace and love.